Welcome back to another JP25 Media production. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Find us anywhere that you do and can listen to podcasts. I am Dunzo, a.k.a. Petty Guerrero. And by fan request, we're back with, ooh, girl, he still look cute with the mask off and is always with me.
Of course, it's your favorite Drake of all time, light-skinned nigga. And, of course, Seabiscuit with the brows. And we got the best jeez, and we got the best editor in the game, the walk-on wizard, the Sultan of Single, the man with the baddest hair in the game right now.
My second camera appearance.
Yes.
I'm hyped up right now.
Hey, can we give it up for we're officially teenagers today. This is the 13th episode, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
I was wondering where you're going with the teenager line.
Yeah,
that's not good.
No, we weren't talking about Travis's preferences.
Whoa! I like how you reversed that. Yeah, you're a bastard. Yeah, I hate you for that one. You're terrible.
But you guys know how we get down. We start the same show because Josh is on camera, you know.
Hey-o.
Yeah. So now he's going to be reading our quick hitters to us like always. Let's get right into it, boys.
Okay.
Do it.
James Harden wants to team up with KD and Kyrie in Brooklyn. Do you think it would work?
I mean, no, I don't.
No.
Why not?
I get the ring chase. I get that. Like, I get it. But I think we've seen, outside of this year, to be honest, you need more than superstars. Like, trading a whole team for 3 good players does nothing.
There's only one ball, right?
It's not even a ball thing. I think it goes back to the Steve Nash issue that we talked about earlier, the ego situation. And, like, because I'll say this, James Harden needs a coach. KD and Kyrie might act like they don't. James Harden needs a coach.
Okay.
Like, the way his style, which I do like his style, people call him soft or whatever, but, like, he needs, like, direction. Like, he needs someone who kind of gets in that ass, you know what I mean? Because, to be honest, if you look at how careers are going, he kind of has the Steve Nash-ish career right now.
Like that he hasn't won is what you're saying.
Yeah, he's got an MVP, tons of accolades. He's going to be a hood legend, but it's not.
Nash is a hood legend, you're right.
Yeah. Steve Hash. Steve Hash. Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah, but yeah, I just feel like what do you accomplish here? What are you playing better basketball with James Harden, or did you just get a better player on your team?
Okay.
You know?
What about you, Trav? What do you think?
I think it could work. I think that it would be finals or bust for sure. Like, you know, just no questions there. The only thing is I think James Harden and Kyrie Irving are going to butt heads more because they're the ones to me that are more ball dominant. I do think James Harden, to be productive, needs to have the ball in his hand. Same thing with Kyrie. So I think it could work. Now, just winning a title work though. Going off of what he's saying, like you just can't have 3 dominant players and have no bench and nothing like that and win a championship. I don't think you can do that in this league. So I think it could semi-work, but I don't know about finals due to depth.
I was thinking this too, and I heard this, and I was like kind of surprised. This is like a really good take. It was, so we all know the Nets got KD because Kyrie went, right?
Mm-hmm. Facts.
And we know Kyrie said the comments about Steve Nash. He's the one who said the Steve Nash
Facts.
comments, right? And then KD goes and gets his boy, James Harden. And it's clear that they probably didn't talk to Kyrie Irving about that. You know what I mean? Just
they said Kyrie doesn't want James Harden.
Yeah, and Kyrie.
Not surprised.
And it's clear that it seems like Kevin Durant wanted Steve Nash, and Kyrie didn't really seem to give a fuck. Mm-hmm. If I'm Kyrie, personally, this is the take I heard, and this is like very interesting to me. If I'm Kyrie, am I not salty that like I went and got you KD? I'm the reason why he's here. And I get he's the better player, technically, but he's hurt also, and Kyrie's always hurt. But it's like, if I went and got you to him, why does he get all the, like, control and input when he wouldn't even be here?
If it weren't for me.
And I was like, you know what? That's a valid point, because it's like, what
I brought you to the show, and now you're trying to make this show about you and control it in a sense.
In the words of one O'Shea Jackson, I started this gangster shit. And this is the motherfucking thanks I get. You know what? Like, I got, like, this is me, and, like, we'll be out here with fucking Spencer Dinwiddie, who I like, but it's like, what the fuck are we doing outside of that?
All right, Travis, who's the most influential artist of our generation?
Artist? Why you hit me with the music when it's obviously this guy?
You want me to go? I can go.
I'll answer it. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna go on a different one here. Oh, I like this one. Okay, no one's gonna see that. I'm gonna go Juicy J.
Not opposed.
Please let me know why.
I just like the way, because I was a big Juicy J guy when the whole zip and a double cup, all
Legendary.
that good stuff. Yeah, exactly. Like that was Black Jetta Chronicles. Shout out to the Black Jetta gang right there. But yeah, so like that like the way that they rap and what they rap about, obviously, you know, not the good stuff in a sense, but like the way I think that secretly opened up a lot of doors for a lot of these new guys and kind of what they rap about and how they rap about it.
A lot of the new rappers, they are like they say they're like their futures and they're like the Wayne sons. But I think a lot of the vibe that goes out there is a lot of old 3 6 Mafia type style. Like people forget 3 6. To Travis's offense, probably not the artist I would have chose, but I do like the idea of it because 3 6 Mafia has had like or Juicy J as part of 3 6 Mafia.
Yeah,
it's had like 3 separate runs. There's like Slob on My Knob, which is like a whole different era than I Gotta Stay Fly.
Yeah,
and then and then he has the whole Blue Dream and Lean series, which is a whole 10 years after that, and they got an Oscar. People forget about this. They got a whole. They got a whole Oscar. So I don't know what I would have said, but I go with Trav on that one. I like that. That's a sleeper pick.
That was a sleeper. Yeah, I kind of thought because the Drake in me wanted to say Drake, you know, and I was like, okay, that's too easy. It's too easy. So I'm like, you know what, Juicy J.
Because here's the thing, it's influential, right? And I get it. It's like influential. I think is like causes people to do something or has the power to cause a trend. Drake can. I don't think you can call him the most influential because I think a lot of times he takes something when it's early that he didn't technically start in a sense, and he makes it pop culture, which is a whole power within itself, that's star power. But and it's like the hindsight being creative, like knowing, but just attaching yourself to somebody and then running kind of with like a little bit of that heat when you already have heat, I don't know if that makes you influential because we haven't seen McConan, Fetty Wap, and JB Blockboy in 5 years. You know what I mean?
Shout out, thank God.
Yeah, but first of
they
all,
made one or two, but after that, I'm not listening.
We're never going to disrespect Fetty Wap on this show.
Okay, not Fetty.
We're never going to disrespect Fetty
JB Blockboy though.
Yeah, but like,
what about Future?
Oh, I love Future.
He influenced a lot of people.
That was one I was gonna say, but I was like, you know,
for worse.
The king, the Bible of fuckboyness, right?
Yeah. Yes. God.
All right, so number 3, who's the best team in the NFL right now?
That's a good question.
I only have good questions.
Hey.
Because they're getting no respect on like the power rankings. I gotta go Steelers because I don't understand they're undefeated.
I knew that was coming,
and they're not. And you know, I'm not the biggest Mike Tomlin guy but I'm not against him. You know, he's not Marvin Lewis, but I would probably go him I'm probably go them because they're winning close games. You know what I mean? Like they've had a couple reality checks along the way and been able to persevere. Because the Chiefs won losses. Who?
The Raiders.
And I mean, that's a division game. That's tough.
They play this weekend, too.
Yeah, and like I said last week, I think the Raiders, if we end up with like that 9-game playoff situation, they're clearly going to be in, I think, in my personal opinion.
I think Raiders are in, yeah.
Yeah, and they might upset someone in the first round. But I go with the Steelers because I feel like this. They have all the weapons. They clearly have great management. They always put talent around Ben Roethlisberger. Their defense is that the Minka Fitzpatrick, excuse me. Minka Fitzpatrick trade. I'm going to go out on a limb and say, it's the early part, or technically it was last decade, but I think that might be one of the better trades we look back on in 10 years by far. Like if the Steelers win a ring, they're gonna say it's because of that trade.
That trade is already legendary. Like in Steelers Nation,
it's a steal.
Like it's crazy.
It was stupid.
See, you say that though, but I also say like this: the Steelers have a different set of standards and pedigree. If they make that trade and don't win, and they just get a bunch of AFC championships out of it, but don't win, the Steelers fans will not give a single fuck. Like you have to like Brett Kiesel said, if you win in Pittsburgh, you have you're on a full ride in the city your whole life. But if you don't, no one gives a shit. Like you know what I mean?
Respect that. What about you, Trav? You think the Steelers are the best team in the NFL?
No.
Chiefs?
Probably, yeah.
I would say Chiefs. Right?
Yeah. What's the other one who's doing good? Not the Seahawks. I'm not gonna go Seahawks because they just lost to the Cardinals. But those are two great teams.
Titans, Ravens, Packers.
No, not the
Bills,
Chiefs.
7-2.
The Bills are nice. Yes, the Bills are nice.
I'm not saying the best.
No, they're not
nice. That was my surprise team. Remember, that was my surprise team, the Bills, and I can call this. But yeah, I'm gonna go Chiefs just because I mean they're 7-1. Yeah, they have the one loss, but like we all know that with Mahomes and a healthy Chiefs team, it's just like what what are they gonna do?
They haven't even unleashed Le'Veon Bell. And Travis Kelce hasn't even really had a. Like he's had good games, but we haven't even seen when Travis Kelce he gets about 4 a year. It's like, oh, we saw 130 for 3 touchdowns. We haven't even had one of those moments from him yet. Like he's just been having fly ass outfits all year. Like
they are fly. They are fly.
He hasn't even gotten in his bag yet. You know?
All right, Trav. If you were on death row, what would your last meal be?
Wow.
This man's gonna say chicken fingers.
Last meal, death row. It's sad because I probably would go with something that like I've never had before, in a sense of like a dope ass steak from somewhere, like like Morton's like place in downtown or something like that. But if you're going down like for the nitty gritty trav, like what hits the heart trav, I could easily do like maybe a double charred bacon burger from The Habit with a nice mocha milkshake.
I'm not hating on that at all.
I'm a burger connoisseur. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what I do, and The Habit is godly to me. So I would a nice classy double charred bacon mocha milkshake. Everyone try the mocha one; it's good. The chocolate one's just as fire, but the mocha one fantastic. But yeah, it's good stuff. It's good stuff.
What about you, Zo?
We're gonna go crab legs for sure.
Okay.
Wow. Some shrimp, and because I'm like,
shrimp. I like the way he says some shrimp.
And because without giving details, I'm Petty Guerrero, and if I'm on death row, that means I'm probably gonna die right after this meal. That's why it's your last meal. I'm gonna go a whole bunch of grilled cheeses because I'm lactose. Because someone's gonna have to clean that up. If I'm gonna have to take this L,
someone's taking the L with you.
Yeah, have fun.
That's terrible. This guy.
Right, so, what NBA free agent signing has surprised you the most?
Jeremy Grant to the Pistons.
Okay.
Like surprising because it's surprising on levels. One, hey, get paid, young nigga, get paid. My boy got the bag.
People are stealing money out here. Open robbery.
I think they said it's the second, because I'm a Syracuse fan, the second highest contract by a Syracuse player, like average per year, because obviously Melo has like the most. But
wow.
I think there's never been another Syracuse player to make $20 million a year. So shout to Boeheim's Army. But and also kind of told me, no offense to Grant, because he's good, that the Pistons are clearly trying to never win ever again.
Who knows what their front office is doing right now?
I feel bad for them because I think they were going to try to move Blake Griffin, but because Klay Thompson got hurt, a.k.a. Josh Pele, Klay Thompson got hurt, that they weren't able, because now they have a different list of priorities. Now, if Klay's healthy, then they can make that move for Blake Griffin, but they had to trade for which we'll talk about later, because they're kind of stuck. Like, they need a wing. Like, the way their offense works, they need a wing more than they need, like, a post player like that,
What about you, Travis?
And real quick, I like to shout out to the Boeheim's Army because I really did watch that tournament. I watched that tournament. It was actually really good. It's cool to see those guys play. I'm going to go with Montrezl Harrell. And the reason why it's surprising, just because, and obviously I don't know if I build it up in my head, but I think every Laker fan and Clipper fan, like the way that they hate each other, it's like you wouldn't think that the other one would go, like anybody would go from one team to the other. I did not want Rondo to go to the Clippers. Like when I heard that, I was like, no, like why would you do that? But get paid. You're going to go, especially Rondo at that time. But I did not think he was going to switch sides technically to the light side. I was going to say to the dark side. But no, he came to the light, and I was super shocked.
Yeah, he was very outspoken about how much he hated the Lakers last year.
I was like, so why you here? I'm happy. Yeah. I'm happy, but I just, it was surprising for sure.
Montrezl Harrell just set that whole rivalry back 8 years. Because I believe the Clippers...
I think there's more smoke.
No, I don't think that. You know why? Because I think the Clippers had a... like, when you're a younger sibling... You two are the oldest, but, like, I'm a younger sibling. And I'm a middle child anyway. But, like, you had that kind of, like, kind of fuck you mentality to a certain degree. Not about everything, but you kind of got, like, that back against the wall. And he was... Like, when you're a younger sibling, you're kind of put in a corner. Montrez, when the Clippers, as a younger sibling, were back in that corner, he's the one swinging, like, metaphorically.
True.
And now they've lost like that edge, like
with Pat Bev, yeah.
Yeah, it's like when you have like an older cousin and you're like the oldest of the younger cousins. You got to fight the older cousin for all the little cousins first. You know what I mean? Because it's like a rite of passage. And then the fact that he just went and switched up, it's no different than when your cousin gets invited to the big kids table for Thanksgiving and you're just sitting there like, so who do I talk to now? Because he turned 14 and now he gets to eat with the adults. Like, you know what I mean? Like who's gonna be like that enforcer, that protector? Zubac, who I like, but
yeah, he's not that guy.
Like, like people don't take Patrick Beverley clearly as serious. I mean, you can't trade like persona and like energy of Montrezl Harrell for Rajon Rondo. You know what I mean? And Rondo's with the smoke. Don't get me wrong.
I hope Harrell brings all the smoke to the Lakers, though. I really hope that he keeps that same mentality, because with LeBron with an enforcer and AD with an enforcer, and they don't have to do the enforcing themselves. Oh, please watch out. Please.
How many times,
exactly, please.
How many times does LeBron and Montrezl Harrell slap box in that locker room?
3.
Who wins?
LeBron 2-1.
Oh, 2-1. Montrezl beats his ass that one full hand.
That's the one where everyone think no, and the only reason why he wins the second round. LeBron wins first round, and he's like, all right, I don't have to deal with this bitch again. And then Montrezl comes out, hits him with the left hook, didn't see it coming. He's like, okay, I can't show weakness. Everyone in the locker room was like, what just happened?
Full palm to face.
All right, Trav, would you smash with one of your boys in the same room?
In the same room?
Like you're smashing over here and he's smashing over there.
She'd have to be stupid fire. She'd have to be worth it. She has to be
really?
Yeah.
You don't care that one of your boys is bricked up in the same room?
She'd have to be stupid fire. Like I'm talking like I've had this opportunity. I've had this opportunity. I think about like twice or three times. And yes, if you want to look over to the crowd, we do have guests here, and I bet he made a face. I cannot see him, but I bet he made a face. And
you declined the invite on it?
Pretty like no, the invite was there. I was in the situation. Like there was no invite. It just happened in front of me, unfolded.
Oh wow!
And just no, I did not do it. But at the same time, these women did not fit the criteria I was looking for. So
respect.
Yeah. So respect.
I think we already talked about this before. Like I'm just too old to be having sex with niggas in the room. Like,
I feel that too.
I've gotten like some sneaky head with some niggas in the room before. That was cool, but like, but like you can't even get like you can't even get like full concrete when that's happening though. Cause you got your head on the swivel. It's like the first time you've ever like fooled around in the car and you don't have a spot and you're just like.
Because knowing my friends too, I'll be like mid-stroke and he's gonna come by. Good game, man. Good game. And I'm like, whoa, like exactly.
We have some weird friends. You know how like the rules are like in a devil's three-way, don't make eye contact with the other dude. I don't think that applies with my friends.
No, fuck
like
no.
like if we're in the same room, I know I can look over and Travis gonna be like, my nigga.
I would. I'm that guy. I'm definitely that guy.
I'm for sure that guy too. All right. So, what teams have had the worst and best free agency period so far?
NBA.
This is so hard because there's so many moves. Clearly, the Timberwolves are shuffling everybody around. They've made about 46 trades in the last 10 minutes.
Thunder 2.
All right. Honestly, I don't have an answer to this because I feel like we got to.
It's still too early.
Yeah.
As of right now, I would say Lakers have won so far.
Yeah.
I think the Lakers have won, but also
it's a cheap answer, but it is a great answer.
They didn't need as much. It's a retool, not a reload. I like what the Pelicans have done.
Yes.
I think
especially if they keep Ingram.
The Kings kind of fucked the Bucks because we came in here and I talked about how like when we talked about the Warriors Bucks last year, the Bucks clearly listened to your girl's favorite sports and lifestyle podcast because they went and did everything I said to do, but you know what I'll say, even though I'm not a big fan of how like who they got, but I like the idea.
I want to hear you sneak this one from me.
I like the 76ers.
Damn it! I'd like to sneak that one in.
They went and got my favorite of the two Curry brothers just because like I feel like he's not as good, but he's put way more work in. Like his game being where it is, he's had to work hard. I hate Danny Green, but the idea of surrounding them by
smart move. You never know what Danny Green will get.
Howard's useful. His 3-point or his free throw percentage isn't as garbage as it used to be. Even if his rebounds aren't as high, he's clearly physical. He's going to use his body, you know. And like I said, I'm not a huge Doc Rivers fan, but he's got Elton Brand and he's got Daryl Morey, who's the executive now. And it's clear that it works because they didn't have shooters. So instead of like Houston where they only had shooters, now they're able to bring guys in, and it might actually work now, you know?
I think it'll work a lot better because I was going to say Sixers too. I just randomly come from mine, and I'm good minds think alike, see? But I think that the Dwight Howard thing is going to be huge. I think that's going to be bigger than a lot of people think because they had Al Horford and they got rid of him, right? And they thought that Al Horford was going to be like not an offensive juggernaut, but more of an offensive game big man. I don't think that's what they need. Mm-hmm. They need someone who's going to protect the rim and all that good stuff like that. So by bringing in shooters, like he said, and having a enforcer of the rim in there, it's going to clear out the role for the other people on the team, and I think it's going to give the superstars more to work with because I think the key to all that is Tobias Harris, whatever how you pronounce
Tobias
his
name.
Harris, he needs to come alive. I mean, 24/8 a night alive.
What did we say he was making?
Millions.
A lot.
It was like $25
$50 million.
Press the button. I went on my Tobias Harris rant already.
Yeah.
But like I think it was 25 million north, right?
Yeah,
north of that.
Yeah,
dude, it's just like
so by getting those pieces, it's gonna open up the role for them. Now it's like Ben Simmons, get a mid jump shot, you still get to distribute. You'll have other people to shoot. To buy like get your money. Like Dwight Howard, he's in there. You don't have to worry about defense as much. Like go in there, give us buckets because we need that.
Yeah, I think you could also be the biggest loser if you don't make moves. And Denver Nuggets Lakers have done nothing but lose Jeremy Grant. That's my biggest loser.
That's ridiculous, by the way.
Yeah.
Hey, but here's the thing, though. I think we're gonna find
Kings could be losers.
We're really gonna see Michael Porter this year, though. And
For real,
yeah.
I called
was
this
saying
one.
I'm glad the Mavs got Luka, but Trav will tell you the year before that even happened. When Michael Porter was at high school in Missouri, and he was gonna go to Washington. People forget that he decommitted, and that's how you know at Mizzou because Washington lost their coach. Trav will tell you a year before that, I was like, no, when he comes out to draft, I swear to God, the Mavs are gonna suck, and we need that. And then he hurt his back, and then we never really heard from him again like that, you know. Yeah. But it's time. Like they waited 2 years.
Yeah, it's time.
Yeah.
Okay, Trav, would you rather have any shoe for the rest of your life or be married to a complete dime?
Any shoe for the rest of my life.
I'm talking about like dime.
Any shoe for the rest of my life.
Really?
Not even a question.
I can't lace my girl.
Yeah, no, that's not an easy question.
So you choose the same answer?
Yeah.
Dude, every shoe, any shoe.
Bro, I'm talking about when you have kids and you're older and shoes aren't as important.
Again, I love shoes. That's not gonna happen.
I understand.
Look at this. I didn't just show up. This is important.
You can't fuck your shoe.
Do you say that? I'm
Disgusted.
You talking to the wrong people.
But here's the thing. Because me and Travis are mature men.
Huh.
Maybe materialistic, but not shallow. Her just being fine isn't enough.
Yeah.
I only need my shoes
way
to
to
be,
turn that in.
I only need my shoes to look cool. I need more from my woman than to be fine.
Facts.
Really?
And that's honestly, and sadly that he brought that up and he's like making fun of it. Like, yeah, we're good guys around here, which we semi are. Like, that's kind of the real kind of reason why I go with that. Like, just because you're fine, just because I could have, Black Widow as my wife, like, like that's fine. Like, that's great. Like, yeah, but like, what if she like she's just not that like not good personality? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I can't do that.
My shoes are supposed to impress other niggas. Like, I get dressed for me. I like them, but like, it's a stunt. My girl's for me. I don't need I want a dime like I want her to be pretty, sexually attracted to her. But like when you phrase it like that, it's like, oh, I'm marrying her for other.
That's
niggas.
almost like the way I saw that question almost after talking about it is like, that's almost asking, would you rather have any shoe for the rest of your life and any shoe and as many of them, for the rest of your life, or would you rather bang the woman of your dreams
every day?
Every day. That's the question, and I'll take that. I'll rather wear the shoe I could have any day than bang the woman every day.
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
And leading in, this is the NFL, or excuse me, the NBA edition of the Young and the Wash. I'm
free
here
agent
with Antoine Wojciechowski or whatever. What's Janowski? Yeah, instead of Adrian Jaworski, he's got Jagnitsky. But we're going to talk about some of the moves. It is a little early in free agency. This is probably not off big names because we've seen like the big summers. Like I remember the summer like Dwight Howard, the free agent, the Darren Williams summers and all that shit. But this is the most. If you move right now, because next year's free agency is supposed to be the big one.
Yeah, crazy.
If you set up and get cap space this year, but also find good
pieces,
like this is a summer to get pieces. This is a summer you go and you get your guys, like your key role players on 3-year deals. So then you can like negotiate and move around some cap. Because next year we already know what most superstars do out of their first deal. They go get the 2-year, the one with the player option. They pull the Kevin Durant. So this is why this year's so important. Because you've seen a lot of key guys that you can build around move. You know what I mean?
No doubt. All right, I'm going to go through some signings, trades, and headlines. You guys give me your initial reactions.
Okay.
All right, James Harden declined $50 million.
$50 million.
Press the button!
What are your thoughts on turning down that much money?
We are advocates for get paid, young brother get paid. I'm also an advocate for having some fucking self-worth. As much as we said about the Nets thing, he and I feel a certain way about him going to the Nets. It tells me for the first time ever, and there's no offense to James, he might want to win.
Yeah.
Because he runs Houston.
He does.
He does whatever he wants. If he wanted to tell him who the next coach was going to be, if he could get Russ to say, he would have all control. He'd be one of those players because, like, this is like a bad like expression, but he's kind of like their Kobe, like for the Rockets. Even though the Rockets do have rings in the past and stuff like that, but like as far as like impact to the player from the guard position, like the common era, that's who he is.
It's a good comparison. I like that.
He's their not like maybe not accolades.
He's not Kobe, but you know
like
what I'm saying,
the clout he has in the city, like
yeah.
that shit don't move. My man, a strip club veteran. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say, if he won a strip club in the stadium, he could probably get one.
Bro, yeah, like the Bulls nightclub back in the day on the bottom of the stadium. But yeah, it's just I want to know what he wants to do. And here's the problem I think with his situation, because he has the accolades, he can't take like a lesser deal, like by the NBA PA. It's not he can he can't go somewhere off. Cause I think he has 2 years left on this deal, or like a year, maybe 2 years left on the actual current deal. He can't go somewhere and be like take the Chris Bosh where he took a pay cut by the PA because he has so many All Stars. If I'm not mistaken, like the MVP, all those accolades, he has like a minimum.
Yeah.
I think what it says, like what Zoe said, I think he wants to win. I don't blame anyone for turning down that much money or really look at him differently, unless like you're an idiot and you haven't gotten that much money in a sense. But
he hasn't gotten that much money.
I feel like he has.
No, he
hasn't gotten a contract for $2 million a year.
Like no,
but he had a fat
What if you get in
contract,
a car accident? Anything could happen.
No, time out though. But you said he hasn't gotten that much money. He had the largest extension in NBA history before this.
I'm saying being offered like $52 million.
But he's made money. What I'm trying to say is that he's made money. So the fact that he's denying $50 million, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't blame him. I actually do want to see him leave. I want to see him leave. I want to see him play for somebody that's not the Rockets.
Okay. Yeah, he's not Latrell.
So I don't blame him for it. But yeah.
All right, John Wall reportedly wants out of Washington D.C. What do you think about him landing somewhere else?
Who wants you?
Damn. Okay, go ahead, please.
No, that was it. Like John Wall's like a good talent. Don't get me wrong, but it's like that's like me being like, guys, I would be leaving JP25 Media to pursue other avenues of work. Bill Simmons ain't calling me. The fuck are we talking about? Like, what are we going to go do?
I would never pick up John Wall.
Like, flip signs on
really?
the court?
Dude, no.
Injury prone?
Injury prone, ton of money.
Not injury prone. Long-lasting injury. Because this is the first one. It's been 2 years, but it's the only
But he's had another one before this one.
I don't think so.
I think he has.
He had the foot injury that they found out later. I'm pretty sure it was an Achilles, which is what we're going through right now.
Okay.
But I don't know if he got hurt before this.
Because John Wall, nice. I honestly think John Wall is very underappreciated.
All right, my favorite move was Dennis Schroeder and Montrezl Harrell going to the Lakers.
Loved it.
What do you think about those two moves?
I saw something that said that Dennis Schroeder is the best scoring point guard the Lakers have had since Nick Van Exel. And I think that's, even though I'm not.
It's true.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Derek Fisher. Clutch.
Yeah,
but
he was never that guy though.
Yeah, he wasn't that guy.
No.
I mean, when you gave him a chance to shoot that shit, he shot that shit.
Yeah.
But he's got an actual offensive package. Like we haven't seen a Laker point, and that's because no offense, Kobe never needed a point guard with a package like that. You know what I mean? He didn't need like a complimentary guard, maybe a big but not a guard. So.
Yeah, and I think Schroeder is just more than scoring too. I think he can actually run an offense, so that's what I like, and I like it. I like it a lot because the Lakers went out and got players that not necessarily are superstars, but they can play to a really high level to the point where they're almost a star. You know, because when you're a sixth man of the year, you know you're nice. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you're Lou Will, you're nice. Montrezl Harrell, nice. And you're the runner-up Schroeder, nice. Like, you know, those are pieces.
They went and got two of the three best six men.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you want those types of pieces because those are players that, like, you don't have to give them, like, buku money, but they're going to give you buku production when they're on the, you know, when they're on the thing.
How long is Dennis's deal? 2 years also?
2 years.
Okay. Chances one of them gets shipped out, in all honesty.
I think there is a chance.
Harold, I would say Harold.
I'm like, I don't believe this, but if we're going to, like, you know, we call a spade, there's been rumblings that they're both very toxic in the locker room. You know what I mean? And that's a lot. That's why Dennis Schroeder, even though the Hawks did give him a chance to start, why he got shipped out to a certain degree, they said. And Montrezl Harrell, why a lot of teams kind of weren't pressing him as much openly. Like, they could have been behind closed doors, but they were kind of like, we heard the rumblings of him arguing about him not getting touches. And I'm like, bro, you're nice, but you can't look at Lou Will, Paul George, and Kawhi Leonard and complain about touches. You know
I think LeBron will give him touches as LeBron is downing in his career.
I also think he'll slap box the shit out of both of them, and that's what's going to keep them in line.
Okay, Klay Thompson, my boy. Tore his Achilles. The Warriors pivoted and got Kelly Oubre. What do you guys think about that pickup?
Great pickup. I don't like him because he steals every woman out there that watches the NBA. But
look here, if you're in the Northern California area, guard your bitch.
Yeah, for
Kelly
real.
Oubre is out here.
He's gonna take him. He'll take him.
Hey, can we talk about the Suns making him dress up in like that, like
yes.
GQ type
and shipping him off the next one? Yes. That was bad.
Phoenix is making the playoffs, right?
Yeah. Hey, was he?
I hope so.
He got traded to OKC at first, though, right?
Yes.
He did get traded.
Yes.
All right. I know we're supposed to. Can we talk? What? All right. I get the Sam Presti's loading picks and draft picks up. But back to, remember when we talked about Billy Donovan leaving? And I was like, remember every year I was like, Billy Donovan's leaving because every year the Thunder are a whole new fucking team. Dude, that shit's got to be frustrating.
Oh, for sure.
Like, if you're the head coach,
I think they're finally cleaning out. Like the Chris Paul, like last year was a semi-clean out, but this year is a real clean out.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and maybe
pretty
hopefully,
smart.
But here's the thing. Is Sam Presti going to have this job long enough for all these fucking picks?
We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah. All right. Jeremy Grant went to Detroit. What do you guys think about that move?
cues, but like Detroit's not committed to winning. I like Jeremy Grant a lot. Like I said, I think he probably got.
Where's his offensive package? That's worth that $3 years, $60 million.
I think it's
$60 million.
I think it's more like this. It's clear in the NBA. The NBA has a. I think it's more frowned upon to just openly tank based off roster. Like, we're just letting the Jets in the NFL just tank, and we fucking know it. And the NFL's like, it's 16 games, we get it, you know? The NBA, they're a little bit more on your ass about that shit. Like, Adam Silver will be on your bumper about that. So they got to make it look competitive. It's no different than this is more of a salary cap issue, but like when Mozgov got paid that year, the Lakers had all that extra money and they had to get somebody. But the difference is it's like this: the cap went up like $12 million a year,
did, yeah.
and you gotta spend so much money. So I feel like he's a product of like, well, I mean, shit, nigga, if you got it, I'm gonna take it. You know?
Yeah, no.
I feel the same way. He killed the Lakers in the playoffs too.
He's got game, bro.
Yeah.
You really think so?
Dude, and his brother was supposed to be better. When his brother came out of Notre Dame, the point guard one, he was supposed to be the better.
Maybe
one.
maybe he'll give him more offensive freedom since there's no one else
and
on.
there's no Christian Wood there.
Yeah,
so
maybe they'll bank on
Brandon
him.
Ingram style. He's gonna go off this year.
And I think that Blake Griffin over there too. Like before he got hurt, he really was. People don't talk about how Blake Griffin was. Honestly, that fool was balling on the Pistons. So yeah.
Seth Curry, your boy. We talked about this earlier. Went to the Sixers.
Shed a thug tear for this one. Hey, you know what?
Damn.
It hurt because there's nothing worse than like when your team loses somebody and then they come back and then they do them dirty. Like, I love Mark Cuban, but he did the same thing to Tyson Chandler. We waited out for Dwight Howard, didn't happen, brought him back in, and then we traded him for that. And like from what I've read, Tyson Chandler still kind of hasn't forgiven Mark Cuban for that because he came back. You know what I mean? Steph Curry had originally his best season with us, then got hurt, went to the Blazers, then came back, hooped out on us, gave Paul George buckets in the playoffs.
Yes.
And I get it. His father-in-law went and got him. I respect that. You know, but it's just like, I like the addition for Philly. Like I said, they surrounded him with shooters. And Steph Curry has a really good layup package on the low, too.
Oh, damn. I forgot. They really – I just forgot that. Like, when we were talking about the Sixers earlier about doing a free agency, I completely forgot about Seth Curry. Oh, they finna be – they might be a problem.
They've at least attempted to adjust their problem. You know what I mean?
If they get James Harden, it's a real problem.
I did see a picture of a broken. I saw a picture, and it was a broken backboard, like a shattered backboard with no rim, and it was like Ben Simmons and Danny Green after shoot around. Dying. But I think it's a key piece. You know,
yeah, Seth Curry's good.
You need one light skin in the locker room. They had no light skins. You know, Ben Simmons foreign, so he don't really count.
I think a really slept on move was Steven Adams getting picked up by the Pelicans. What do you guys think about that one?
Great. Go ahead, please.
Their front court, bro.
Yeah.
We read it like it's
Jackson Hayes, Steven Adams,
Hayes gonna be good too.
Zion, Brandon Ingram. They got big bodies.
We don't know about Brandon Ingram yet.
True. Facts.
Yeah, you never know. I don't.
He'd be smart to stay. I think that's a good. I think that's a real like that's a real good young roster.
That could be his team.
Like that, yeah. Like you can take that over and run it with Zion.
I have a question. If I'm the Nets, why wouldn't I? If I'm the Nets or the Knicks, because the Knicks are thirstier than Zoe at Mavericks. You know, what I mean? Like they're just
That's thirsty.
Like it just, I hate when you guys do that. But they're clearly looking for a franchise guy. You know, and here's the thing. Marcus Morris, or one of the Morris twins were with the Knicks.
Marcus.
Yeah, it was Marcus. Marcus Morris was with the Knicks last year. Averaged 20. Like, I mean, the Knicks suck, but you could argue that his numbers were all-star-ish. You know what I mean? Like,
so you're saying the Knicks should go get thirst for Ingram?
Or
I kind of like that.
If you can't get,
they already have KD. It's like the same guy though.
You can run one of them at the 2. If KD's really the best player in the world, you can run him at the 2, or you can run KD at the 4.
You still got Dinwiddie though. I mean, you got a lot of guys.
You can ship around. You can move pieces. They already have their shooter in Joe Harris, so they went and locked him up. So my thing is like it's cheaper. He's gonna be willing to play defense. He won't be as much of a locker room distraction, and he might want to be around OGs. Now, if I'm Brandon Ingram, do I want to be around Kyrie Irving?
I don't think so.
When Ingram played with LeBron, he couldn't handle it.
I think Ingram wants to own his own. You know, he wants to have his own cojones.
His own team.
Yeah,
he should go. I like your Knicks thing.
I think Knicks is what I
think I would stay there. And Kyle Kuzma too. Like he should look at the Knicks.
Yeah,
that could be his team.
As a free, from just my perspective, if I were one of these other kind of these young guns, and I know that like the Knicks are crap and the owner is just absolute trash, but like
second worst in sports.
But like I don't understand. Like, I feel like I would take that risk if I was nice like that. If I could have a little bit of influence and tell, like, hey, like, yo, come with me to the Knicks and maybe we can take them out of like this trashness or that. Maybe a seed in the East, maybe 9. Fight for it. Maybe the next year we get it. I don't know. If I were Ingram, like that kind of sounds nice.
But you know
with you on this.
I'll say so. To Ingram's defense, when the Lakers sucked, he was in LA and he was a prospect. Like, he was supposed to grow. I don't believe that LeBron was too much for him. I think the media attention LeBron brought was too much for him. And to contradict my own point, but kind of like the Kyle Kuzma. But I was more thinking this because of Kyle Kuzma, but this will contradict my own point that if you take Kyle Kuzma or Brandon Ingram and you put them in that spotlight of New York and how hard they are on clearly a team that's not even supposed to be that good to begin with the way it's set up, maybe it's kind of more reminiscent to that LA situation where he just doesn't strive. You know what I mean? Even though I do believe he could, but maybe he's thinking like, bro, I just got over that bullshit.
Yeah, I don't he's like a New Orleans, Detroit kind of guy.
Yeah, like he's like, I don't like
low key.
I wouldn't
small
call
market team.
Small market team.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't call him like blue collar in a sense, but it's like I'm gonna get off in silence, and because I believe Brandon Ingram could sneakily win a ring eventually in his career somewhere. You know what I mean? I don't think he's someone who wants to glitz and the glamour. Kyle Kuzma is gonna be at Fashion Week every week if he's in New York not playing basketball.
100%.
Yeah.
All right, CP3 to the Suns. Do you think this makes the Suns a playoff team?
At first, I said no. I'm not gonna lie. At first, I said no. I think they've added, I guess they've added a couple pieces, but I just don't. The West
It's the fucking Suns.
The West
this
is
what I have to say.
hard,
It's
dude.
the Suns, bro. Like,
you know what it is?
You're not gonna do shit.
I just hope it's just CP3 has to. CP3 has to give Booker. It just can't be all on Booker. I mean, and I think Anton, or that's his name, right? Anton or whatever the name is, the dude. Aiden. Yeah, I pronounce that differently. I think he needs to take a huge step in his game, though. Obviously, he's very young. I think it's only his second year. Was he a rookie last year?
50 games last year with a suspension.
But man, he's gonna have to take a huge step. It could happen, but the West is so
in your own
so
division.
tough.
In your own division, you got the Lakers, the Clippers, the Blazers, the Warriors. Like, you're getting the shit kicked out of you all the time.
Are the Suns with CP3 better than the Blazers or the Mavs last year? Because that was 7.
No, I don't know about that. No,
and that's my thing. And I was kind of mad that they shipped off Kelly
maybe
Oubre.
the Blazers if you gave them a full season, but if a healthy Blazers team, maybe not. Then at that case,
because for a second I was like, damn, why did they ship off Kelly Oubre? But I forgot he didn't play in the bubble. Like, their best basketball, granted, only an 8-game stretch, was without him. You know what I mean? So like,
True.
And they were nice in the bubble.
Can we talk for a half second though? How did Chris Paul go from the worst contract in basketball 24 months ago to being a commodity that like everyone was willing to ship the house for? Chris Paul. Like, remember when he got that Rockets deal and we were like, dude, why the fuck did they pay him? And then Sam Presti traded for him and we said,
I think people saw what he did on the Thunder.
The most
That was
impressive
crazy.
thing he's ever done in his whole career
Crazy.
is what he did with the Thunder.
Man, almost beat the what team? They almost won that playoff series. No, what was
they
that?
lost 4-2?
Exactly. They took it. I mean,
but can we also talk about this? It's like kind of sad to say, and I'm a Chris Paul hater.
Yes, you are.
It's sad that the most impressive thing he's done is take a team to get beat in the first round. And to close out the show, we decided to do something a little differently today. We have 2 challenges presented in front of us. How that came upon us, we'll talk about later. But we do have the 20 soft taco challenge started by JP25 Media because Josh is a pig. And we do have the purple drink. Oh, the purple tier, excuse me.
Tier.
The purple tier, because we are in purple tier. And Sean Walchef of Cali Comfort was nice enough to drop these off. So while me and Travis do our 20 soft taco from Taco Bell challenge, we will be able to wash it down with this great drink. I know purple tiers out here, it sucks. You cannot, eat in restaurants as much. The capacity is down, but you can take these to go, and these are great. Fantastic. So go down to Cali Comfort and go see those guys. Shout out to Sean. And we're going to get right into this. Trav, any comments, questions, concerns before we start?
I don't know whose idea or who's the CEO or producer who made us do these 2 challenges on the same week. I'd like to speak with that guy.
HR is closed.
Yeah, no, that wasn't the brightest idea. But
in hindsight,
the drink is good though. Not to cut him off.
No, the drink is good.
It's good. It has a little kicker at the end.
This is the highlight.
Nice.
This is going to be the highlight for sure. Because I'm looking at this 20, like the fact that I'm looking at this and Josh and Dave both broke double digits, and I'm like,
I'm hoping to get to 10. I'm hoping,
dude, because my heart tells me I got 6 in me.
I know. I saw. That's disappointing. You got more than 6.
I don't like the sauce.
If you try, you can get 8. If you try, you can get 8. At that point, after we might have to hit a second win. But
I've known Travis damn near 15 years, and that was the most motivational thing he's ever said to me.
That's a damn lie, but close. But close.
So
So just like that, I'm hungry. I haven't had anything to eat already as it is. So
And
I'm diving in.
We'll see you guys on the other side.
Yeah.
Oh god, this is disgusting. Oh god. Hey, can I get a TV or something, bro? I need some music. Can I get like DMX in the background? I need something to get me there, because I'm not there right now, bro. I'm gonna let you know off top. There you go, man.
Taco Bell in the house.
You know what's the hard part of the taco? When you get to the part that has no meat. And just
That's
straight
what she
Taco
said.
Bell. The ending is the hard. Miss Rita, your son is a sicko. I'm 2 in. I don't know how he ate 15. This is disgusting.
What you should have is a little Miralax to go along with that.
What's that?
You're a little plugged up after this.
Well,
That many tortillas will plug you up.
as one of my friends said from Arizona, if you walk into a Taco Bell and it doesn't smell like a crisp fart, you're not the right one.
4 minutes in. Zoe's at 3. Trav's at 4. The return of Madam Secretary herself is here. She's about thigh deep in a cheesy gordita crunch. Mission log 1. We'll check back in 2 days.
Travis just finished the 4th taco. If this were a Western bacon cheeseburger competition, this man's winning.
Oh. Few questions. Status update.
Login number 2.
Mission log.
Drinks kicking in.
Status update. Mission log number 2. Zoe's currently struggling 5 soft tacos in. Travis is striving on what appears to be number 7. Madam Secretary is done with said cheesy gordita crunch. It stood no chance. She played no games.
It was thigh deep.
Thigh deep once again.
Now it's lost.
The drinks from Cali Comfort, fire, bang bang.
Hey, they strong though.
We're
for the week.
We'll report back soon. Definitely uplifting. It's so nasty. That's so nasty. Mission login 3. I am currently on taco number 7. Travis is sitting with 8 empty wrappers in front of him, has yet to grab number 9. It may be very telling. The emotional support has left the room. Madam Secretary is leaving to do whatever she does. Heart and soul of the team, you know what I mean? It's going to be like when J.J. Barea retires, you know what I mean? The Steve Blake, if you will. But we'll talk to you guys in a minute. Mission log out.
That was the guy that drinks water inside the pool.
Login number 4. This one coming from Trake. We just found out urgent news. I'm usually co-captain, but now I am officially captain as of right now for this mission. Zoe is losing his mind. He cannot comprehend what the tacos are doing to him. He's now folding them in weird ways, trying to make it a Mexican pizza. Yeah, putting sauce. He folded it in half and put sauce on the outside, and then used the wrapper to. Oh, it was disgusting. Like one ball of meat at the top. He's gone. He's gone crazy. He's done. This shit's sick as fuck. Like anything going over this, this is the type of music I love. Music that makes you wanna makes you wanna fucking go. Like, you know, I wanna run through a wall. You know what I'm saying? I just wanna do some fucking hood rat shit right now.
All right. Mission log outro. It's El Dunzo. Your boy's looking at a grand total of 8 findings. Mission way harder than we thought. Though, I did get through a good amount of this.
You did. I'm impressed.
Yeah. The purple tier, fire.
The drink is good.
I will never eat another Taco Bell soft taco ever again in my life.
It was just hard to drink it while you're trying to stuff down Taco Bell tacos. Trake's final number is 9.
Yeah, if you're going to have purple tier, definitely got to get the food from Cali Comfort.
Yes.
Because this Taco Bell does it no justice. But, you know, this is another edition of The Young and the Wash. Shout out to the great people at Cali Comfort, Taco Bell. I hope your stock plummets. And we're on our way out. Any closing words?
It's not for the weak. It's not for the weak. That's all I can say.
Anything from you? All right. Bye.